Paper coming in, you'd say that these guys are the better team by far, and they sort of showed their superiority there on the opening drive.
Yeah, they came in the heavy favorite in this game, and even though they're on the road, they just wiped it away, didn't they? They've just said to everyone, we're the better team. We just showed it to you on this opening drive, and we expect to do it all game long.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10. At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll throw with Taylor. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Ahmad Brooks just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Taylor, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 17.
3rd and long, it's Taylor. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this is taken at the 23. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's got room. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
It's Troymaine Pope, the former Jacksonville State Gamecock. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Nothing to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Chargers, nothing.
Throwing on 2nd down. Taylor. And this one complete to Virgil Green. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Taylor. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's able Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Mostert.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And it's third.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0.
17.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board.
Return up past the 30. Still going. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
At their own 36-yard line.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. After the sack on first down, Taylor incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Taylor throwing on third and long, and that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Willis. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2. Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my Apple up in the booth. Hang on here, let me spit this out. Well, we can get to the third quarter now. To return it, here's Reggie Bush. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's... It's a foot race! Touchdown, 49ers! Raheem Mostert, 68 yards. And the 49ers continue to roll. You talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that is demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
First and 10. At their own 31.
The Charger offense set to take over, led by Tyrod Taylor. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned,
another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Mandy Asamoah. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
First down, San Francisco.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. Evades the tackler and now some space. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
San Francisco.
Raheem Mostert. 51 yards. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on.
For the point after.
Well, I'm just not sure what more we can say about him after that one.
But we're certainly going to give it a try, aren't we? Because I believe we're watching greatness personified. It has not mattered all game long where they've handed him the football. He's taken it and found the end zone. He is so locked into that so-called zone, I don't think they're going to get him out of it in this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Joe Reed on the return. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because...
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Charles Haley. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
On second down, it's Pope. And a loose football. And now it's a scooped up by the 49ers. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
The 8-yard line.
Here's Mostert. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. An 8-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play. And guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
At their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
They'll buy some time right. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And that is going to do it. for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Chargers, nothing.
Now Taylor on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Nnamdi Asomugha. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. Breaks free again. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Nnamdi Asomugha. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback.
25-yard line.
L.A. readies for its next possession. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Back to the air, Taylor after the pick six. Taylor, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback.
They're on 25-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. got to take care of the football, got to hold on to it.
Oh, my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tartt, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
At the 21-yard line.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And his kick is good. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. And plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Over first and 10 at their own.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Throw by Taylor here, and that's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Taylor. And the Niners get there and bring him down. DeForest Buckner picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been badly beaten. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now on is the punter Long here as he sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And running with power here. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards on the ground. Now Smith. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Nicely done. Another one up, another one down. Keep grinding and keep racking.
Welcome, everybody. I'm the coach. Up next, another Ultimate Challenge on EA Sports.
Set for football now on a sunny afternoon in the second city. And off we go from Soldier Field. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Set for football now on a sunny afternoon in the second city. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Past midfield, look out. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge it, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will make it into the end zone. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll drop here to throw. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right up.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nnamdi Asomugha.
Trubisky's pass intercepted by the 49ers. They'll take over 1st down and goal to go.
So here are the 49ers and their offense in great field position already. They'll be led out by the #1 overall selection back in 05 out of the University of Utah. It's Alex Smith.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
Bears nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to. On
1st down, Trubisky. And that is incomplete here.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. Now Trubisky lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
Trubisky on the keeper.
Let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline.
Step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. Mostert. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Mostert, the ball carrier.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
20. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Here's Mostert. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and goal and still a long way from the end zone. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Runs through the contact. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Well, they pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage. And
he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Oh, this is what I love about calling these games. 4th and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
5-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. A throw over the middle, taken in. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
A good return there, 17 yards.
Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one 28 yards on the ground. This is Mostert. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. Well done. You've defeated this ultimate challenge. Now, if there are stars still available, you can always replay the challenge again. Otherwise, it's time to move on to the next one.
Hello there, it's the coach with you here today, and this is an Ultimate Challenge. Let's get back to Brandon and Charles for the call.
So for this challenge, we're in the fourth quarter with 3 minutes to go. You're down big. Your opponent has the ball on their own 25, and it's 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
51, Mike 51. Get ready, get ready.
They run again with Breida. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Ricky Jackson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. That's pulled in at the 32. A nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
At their own 47.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
38-yard line.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Off of play action. Here's Smith. Got a man. It's Randy Moss.
Smith's pass complete to number 84.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. So here comes Alex Smith as he'll lead his guys up to the line to go for 2. A shotgun snap for Smith. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Well, maybe that can give them a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. 13. play action. Fitzpatrick. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Ahmad Brooks in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, there, silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
At the 50.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Randy Moss, 50 yards. And the 49ers get a score closer.
Conversion.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
From the gun, here's Smith. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
An incredible. Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
By the kicking team.
And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers.
Touchdown,
George Kittle, 33 yards. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
At their own 25-yard line.
Miami set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts.
Taken down back at the...
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Check, check, check. Mike 51, Mike 51. Here we go, here we go.
Another try after the first down sack. Fitzpatrick under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. 3rd and long, Fitzpatrick following the sack. What can he and the gang come up with? From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And he's going to go down again. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout.
In punt formation for the Dolphins.
On is the punter, Hawk, as he gets this one away. He'll take it at the 42. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Oh, he'll look downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way down to the 9.
To George Kittle.
A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
All right, you did it. You got the win. Congratulations. Keep that momentum going and tap.
The coach here, and welcome to this Ultimate Challenge. Sit back and relax. You're in for a real treat with this matchup.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
And the shovel pass to the running back goes for no yardage, but they used to call that the Utah pass, made famous by Coach Cactus Jack Curtis and his quarterback, Lee Grosscup.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by a man who's taken a long and courageous road back to the NFL, their veteran quarterback, Alex Smith.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Got a man. It's Randy Moss, complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Randy Moss, 54 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
34-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the pickup.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Quincy Enunwa, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Rod Woodson on the coverage.
You ain't going nowhere. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
A big loss.
He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll fake it. Now Smith. This will be caught by Randy Moss. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Complete to
A big play there for the Niners. 49 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
San Francisco.
A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
33-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
51, Mike 51. Watch the curl.
Back to the air, Darnold on second down. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Ricky Jackson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Darnold from the gun. And the pressure gets to him again. Ricky Jackson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Taking it about the 36. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
At their own 48-yard line.
Alex Smith in the offense heading out for their next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
San Francisco.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, 32 yards. And the 49ers add on to their lead. I thought as that was developing that he might actually keep it, but the right decision, obviously, to hand the football off.
And some teams do a really nice job of taking a little bit longer at the mesh point, meaning where he's going to hand it off or keep it. Sometimes they ride it maybe a step longer than others. That allows him to make the proper decision and have the right person end up with the ball.
And it paid off with a long touchdown run. Taken about 7 yards deep. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Darnold. And down he goes goes. The 49ers get there. Ricky Jackson getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Congratulations on yet another victory. You can go right